Hello, hello. What is going on, guys? Hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. And we're back. I was going to actually stream the other day, but I said, you know what? A lot of content was out yesterday, and I was like, you know what? I had to relax last night. So I was like, I'm going to do a stream today, going to do a stream tomorrow. Obviously, 2 more days, guys. 2 more days. And the preseason game between the Eagles and the Jets, 7:30 Eastern. Obviously, we didn't really talk, even since, open practice. The public. So whoever went to the open practice, I hope you guys had a great time there. I wish I could have been there. I really wanted to go, but I just couldn't fit it into my schedule for the day. So it's been kind of crazy right now. But I've done plenty of things to look at, especially going into this week, especially during the Jets. We're actually going to see in a couple of days, like who's going to show up. Who's going to show up Friday night? That's what we're going to be looking for. So the schedule for that, we're going to be streaming the preseason game, and then we're going to be doing a post-game show, and then we'll have a video on pretty much all the highlights to what we've seen from the game. So I hope everybody enjoys that. A.J. Brown, James Bradberry, love that. Even the video I've seen from this morning, I think James Bradberry's had a really good camp. I mean, more surprising that – and look, I always thought James Bradberry was a good player, but I always had my what-ifs on him, giving up over 800 yards last year. And I know it's just preseason. I mean, I know it's just training camp, so I totally understand that. It is what it is, so I don't want to go crazy about it, but – the matchups have been really good. I mean, I've been loving what Jalen Hurts has been doing. Obviously, a lot of, there's been people that didn't really like the open practice too much, rolling out to his right, a lot of read options with him, holding on to the ball himself, not, doing a lot of play action. I think part of it mostly for the play action might be because you had Andre Dillard and Jordan Mailata out. So you were going to get a lot of pressure. It seemed like there was a lot of pressure on him that game, which I really can't complain about this defense, guys, because this defense has been doing a really good job. I mean, really since after the first day when they got pushed around the first day of training camp, I thought they were playing really well, really, really well. But most of all, I want to see what my boy Britton Covey could do Friday night. I got to see him return a punt if that's even possible. I'll be really excited. So we're going to see a lot of that. Well, let me put this stream on my phone real quick as well, just in case here. This way we're good to go. And yes, sirree. Okay, so I'm pretty much here, guys, to answer your questions. Obviously, we didn't talk open practice, none of that stuff. So we could talk about open practice. We could talk about, obviously, the game, matchups, whatever questions you guys have or statements you have, just let me know. It's going to be really exciting. So very, very excited for Friday. Friday is the day. It's just preseason. Once we get through that first preseason game, we're going to want the season to start. I mean, that's just how it's going to go. That's how it's going to go. So, shout out to everybody in here. What's going on? Great. Said, hey, training camp these days used to be great. We used to get coverage. Now there are very limited fans, almost zero press, limited practices, mostly without pads, and only tweets for news. Yeah, I mean, that's how it is now, man. Yeah, a lot of people have been complaining about. I mean, look at the injuries around the league so far. It's been pretty crazy. What's going on, Amber? We got Big Jordan Davis in here. Speaking of Jordan Davis, can't wait to see him play Friday. But man, what he did to Cam Jurgens during that practice, the one-on-ones at open camp, and even Jordan Davis had his press conference this morning and pretty much was like, that's not, Cam Jurgens has beaten him plenty of times, so which is a good thing. Kelsey's out 2 to 4 weeks, obviously getting that elbow surgery to clean out his elbow, which, he's going to be out a few weeks, but he will be back probably by the regular season. That Kelsey wasn't going to play any preseason games, so I'm not really worried about it too much. Devontae Smith being out 4 to 5, he's been out, 5 practices, almost a week. He's almost been out already with the groin injury, so it's not alarming. They're just being extra cautious with him. They're not just going to try to throw him in a game if they want to. I'll try to get my water really quick. We got Chris Scott said, hey, Shakes, I was concerned about not hearing Kobe Dean's name much in camp, but just recently I heard he's catching on, looking good. Apparently he's second on the depth chart right now. So, yeah, I want to see the rest of these linebackers, man. I'm excited. I want to see the rest of these guys, see what they could do. I mean, somebody's definitely going to show up in preseason. Somebody's going to show up. I'd be shocked if nobody does. But Chris says, as for Covey, he's going to make the team as a 5th or 6th wide receiver punt return. And I probably believe that, dude, to be honest with you. Like, I'm not worried about him being in this offense. I'm worried about him just doing good well on special teams. John Hightower's, I think, injured. Greg Ward has a toe injury. I mean, you got some injuries at wide receiver right now. Greg Ward is totally hurting himself, missing valuable time right now. So that's definitely alarming. We got Nathan says, oh my God, football in 2 days. Dude, 2 days is crazy. Chris says, as for Reagor, he's getting traded soon. The Eagles are trying to up his value. So what I'm looking for Jalen Reagor this week is I think they're going to play him a lot, probably. Yeah, I mean, I'd be shocked if he doesn't play at all. I think he's going to get a lot of reps, build up that value a little bit. I think a trade is coming, guys. Whether it's the Denver Broncos, which I think the Denver Broncos was the last bit of news that we did hear about. We heard an AFC team was the unknown AFC team involved in trading for Reagor, then finding out it is the Broncos. It is the Broncos. So very excited. And look, guys, I don't even care what type of pick we get. If we get a 3rd to a 4th round pick for him, I think it's a steal. It's not a steal on how we, drafted him, but it's going to be a steal on production. And I think, the rumors about Jalen Reagor when this offseason hit this past year was a fresh start for Jalen Reagor, which I think will happen. Bryce, what's up? Shane says, high rated, beat the Jets. We always lose against the Jets, I think, in preseason a lot of times, but they haven't beat us in NFL history. So that's a good thing. AK Eagles podcast. What's going on, man? He says, yo, what up? Joey, football's here. Can't wait for Sunday. We'll be there week 2 against the Vikings. I'm pumped. Dude, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there at the home opener, dude. So maybe I'll see you around. I will be there. So I didn't even know you're going to be at the Friday game, or you're going to be at the game week 2 against the Vikings. Philly D, what's going on, man? Amber Mike says, thank you for the stream. Only 1 hour work left. You'll be home soon. Nate says, Joey, how's your day? And what's your opinion on Hurts for a rate his camp went at? I mean, his camp's been I say an 8.5 out of 10. He's had up and down days, guys. Like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, he's going to have days like this just because I can't expect the Eagles to show us everything play design-wise and what they're doing. They don't want to give up everything to other teams, but I thought he slugged the ball out pretty well so far. I mean, the defense has got the better of him some days. I mean, that's good, because if I'm hearing that Jalen Hurts is having a perfect day every single day, then it's going to be a problem. But, a lot of people didn't like the open practice and how they used him, and I understand, but the season's not here yet until they unveil what they're really doing with him. You got Mr. Bubba Rap. What's going on, man? So what sounds like a better running back name, Miles Gainwell or Kenny Sanders? I like Kenny Sanders. Norton said, I think the first team is playing the whole first quarter. I heard that I think the starters are playing for 1 or 2 series. I don't think they're playing the first quarter. I think it's 1 or 2 series. The second game, I could see them upping up the play time a little bit, but we'll see. So I said Reagor isn't getting traded. It's not worth taking a 5th or 6th round pick for him. I don't see why not. I honestly don't see why that'd be a problem. A 5th, 6th round pick. Look what we did with a day 3 pick this past draft, trading up for Jordan Davis, giving away a couple of 5th rounders. Oh, was it 4 picks? Whatever it was. I mean, I'm totally fine. Like, I don't know. I don't know what Reagor's going to do this year. I don't know if the Eagles are going to hold on to him. So I'm not really sure. Maybe with Hightower out, Greg Ward being out, maybe there's a chance he makes it. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Gavin says, I hope Jalen Hurts will be good. I think he will be, but this team could be great if he is great. That's it. He's the final piece of the puzzle of this offense. Not even just him, but the offensive coordinator and Shane Steichen. That's going to be another piece that we have to watch out for, too. They say anything on Jesse Bates, Joey, what's he doing? Yeah, nothing. I mean, he's not showing up to training camp, and that's it. I mean, I think he's going to hold out this year. I think that's the plan. He's not going to sign his franchise tag. So the Eagles could do whatever the hell they want to do. I'd rather trade for a safety right now than go after a running back. So, I mean, that's what I would rather do. I mean, you can get a cheap running back in Latavius Murray or something like that if you really want to do that. I wouldn't trade for a running back this year. It's just me. Yo, Ray, what's going on? It's good to see you. You too, man. Mr. Bosa, how do you think Sauce Gardner will do against us? I think he's gonna do really well. Sauce Gardner's had a really good camp with the Jets, a really strong camp. So I think that'd be a good test for some of our guys. We'll see. But he's had a strong camp so far. Heard really good things about Sauce. Guys, did you see that what Michael Irvin said about the Eagles, that we could turn into a dynasty? Yeah, Michael Irvin said, well, he could see Jalen Hurts really, if Jalen Hurts is on, he's going to be on, and this franchise could turn into a dynasty if he pans out. I don't know if he's blowing smoke. Sydney says, any news on Goodrich or Job? No, there's nothing on Goodrich or Job. I mean, the only thing I heard about Job was he was with the second team corners with Zach McPherson. I think that was the only news I did hear. Amber says, A.J. Brown will open up the offense for Hurts and Madden Davis, Cox, and Hargrave up the middle. Oh, my God. Not to mention Reddick and Graham and Maddox, Epps, Slay, and Bradberry in the back. I'm telling you, it's going to be really interesting, especially if you have a guy like Jordan Davis. What if Jordan Davis plays better than Fletcher Cox? What if he actually shows out more with more production? I would move him up to that first line and move Fletch down to that second rotation if you have to do that. You know what I mean? Ray says, what did Mike Irvin say? Carlton said, what's going on, Carlton? Highlight hitter says that open practice, Devin Allen was getting a good number of targets, and also Jordan Davis just towers over the defensive lineman. Now, that's definitely true. But Devin Allen didn't really have a good day either. Devin Allen was he was dropping. I mean, he just hasn't had a strong camp. Like, he's got a lot of speed. Like, he had all this speed. I was excited about it, but I have to see his catching, his route running, and it seems like it just hasn't really panned out too much. So, Kabbat Top says if we keep Reagor with less on his plate, he would be more productive. Well, yeah, I guess, but you have a first round pick as a number 4 or 5 receiver. Does that make any sense? What's up, Joey? Appreciate the love. It sucks I can't watch the games since I have work. Dude, trust me, I used to be in the same boat as you. I used to miss a lot of games because of work, but hopefully you put an earbud in, listen to the radio or something. AK says, bro, this D is going to be a nightmare on offense. Can't wait to see it in full effect. Yeah, especially like I want to see like the Jordan Davis taking up double teams, doing some blitz packages with the linebackers. I want to see Jonathan Gannon be aggressive, and I think that's the most important thing. So we'll see. Brand says, speaking from the lone 5%, I really want to see Jalen Reagor one more year. Yeah, look, I respect. Look, if anybody wants Jalen Reagor to be on this team, I respect your opinion. You know what I mean? If they keep him, if they keep him on this team and he's on the active roster, I'm going to support it. I'm going to support him. And when he gets his shot, he gets his shot. Maybe they use him as like a gadget wide receiver for certain plays. I don't know. They could use him for almost anything if they want, but we'll see. Brand Jack says if we trade him, he'll end up balling out like a first rounder. Well, who knows, dude? Who knows? I don't think, mentally, he seems like he's a lot better this year. It seems like even when he attacked John Clark on Twitter, and I thought that was a big no-no from him, but as long as he turns that into a positive, I'm totally fine with him doing that. The problem is he just has a bad resume right now with talking, on social media and just has to stay off of it sometimes, but it seemed like it didn't really bother him, so he's been having a strong camp. Come on, said, Sinnott outplays Minshew in preseason, trade him ASAP. Yeah, Sinnott has been playing better than Minshew. I don't know why. He threw 2 picks today. Minshew hasn't. I don't know what it is. Does he want to go somewhere? The rumors already came out for last year when he played in that Jets game. He played very well, and he got that taste of winning. And I think he just he's getting he just wants to have that opportunity again to start. But I don't know. I don't know, man. I think Minshew's always been on the trade block regardless. I think he's always been on the trade block. So, Howard says, thoughts on Reed Sinnott getting second-team reps? Hey, the better man's going to win. Look, if, it is what it is, man. Look, if Reed Sinnott, if you guys remember from like a couple years ago, what was it, a few years ago, he was with the Dolphins, I think, then he was with the Giants. He had, he played pretty good in the offseason because he really never had a shot, but I'm not going to put too much into Reed Sinnott, but Carson Strong hasn't been looking good at all. Looks very slow from what I'm hearing. They say the starters are going to play. Yeah, they're going to play, but I don't think they're going to play for a quarter. Somebody said a quarter earlier. Kay's Hannah, what's going on? Says, what's up, Joey? What's going on? Tanner said, hey, Joey, how you doing? I'm doing great, Tanner. There's Bo Raps. In my opinion, early in the summer, that was Reagor would have 700, 800 yards, 7 touchdowns this year if we stuck with him. Yeah, we'll see, man. He's really going to hit the field. With what we have right now, I don't think he's hitting the field that much. So, unless he gets traded. I want to see if he actually gets a lot of playing time Friday night. Taz, so Joey, out of curiosity, what do you think of Dan Sileo? Personally, I like him. He's bound. Yeah, I mean, I love watching Dan Sileo. I mean, sometimes his takes are kind of crazy, whether it's trades or when he talks about Jalen Hurts or stuff like that. But I like watching him. I think he's entertaining. John said, I know it's a preseason game, but what's your prediction score for Friday's game? Oh, I don't know, dude. Like, I don't even care. I don't really care about winning the game, dude. To be honest, I don't even care about winning the game. All I care about is just looking at specific players and just observation. I mean, that's really it. I mean, getting a win is great, but it's not my top priority going in these preseason games. AK says, no, I'm going week 2. I just meant can't wait for Friday. Eagles football is back. Hell yeah, I'll be a Gale on the 4th and John. We'll definitely make. Oh, definitely, dude. Well, I'll hit you up. No doubt. He said, Jordan Davis, Jordan Milano, and Land Dickerson, a half ton of man. I'm just a Joey. What's going on, man? Fly, let's fly. Kyzir White is going to blow our minds. Watch. Yeah, I mean, apparently his coverage has been really good. Just him, the way he penetrates, goes to and even look between all of the linebackers right now. Kyzir White has been showing out. The Covey Dean was the second linebacker with all the linebackers right now. TJ Edwards had a really strong camp. I mean, he's deflecting passes. He's making tackles. Kyzir White's pursuit is really good, and he's a very smart player. There were times where he stopped Miles Sanders from getting a lot of yards. He's done a really good job. Really good job. Shane says, Joey, do you see KD coming to Philly? Yeah, I mean, I heard the rumors today that he could be. We'll see. We'll see. I said, Joey, do you get upset when the Eagles lose a preseason game? No, I don't care about that. Don't matter to me. So it sounds like Covey's excelled. Yeah, it sounds like, I mean, Nick said some really good things about him. I think it was this morning. Insightful, especially with how fast he is, change of direction. Actually, he got laid out, I think, by somebody today. I forgot who he got laid out by, but he shows a lot of toughness, which is really good. We wrote to Howie said earlier regarding Reagor that he wants to keep good guys on this team. Look, he's just going to say things to say things, so. Though it's there, watch Russell Wilson is going to make Jalen Reagor look like Wes Welker. That's our luck. Nick says, yo, Joey, it's my birthday at 12. Well, happy birthday, Nick. Everybody say happy birthday to Nick. Happy birthday, bro. Happy early birthday because we're less than an hour away. What is piece? I heard Patriots could trade Damian Harris. Damian Harris would be a really good addition. I think he's one of the most underrated running backs in the league. How many yards he had? Like over 800 yards, something like that. He had a lot of yards. I gotta check his stats again, but I haven't made a video on Damian Harris, but he'd be a really good addition. I just don't know if they'll trade for a running back. I'm not sure if they'll Kareem Hunt. I don't know if they're really going to push on that too much. I'd rather trade for. Look, if you're already going to pay a safety next year, if you're already planning to spend the money next year to pay a safety, you go get a safety. He guys says, yeah, the Pats could be open to trade Damian Harris. Nathan says, Joey, I'm so excited. My birthday is Friday. Oh, your birthday too? We got a lot of birthdays this week. Well, happy birthday, Nathan, if I don't see you by Friday. Philly D said, if you're going to the game, bring batteries for Gann if he allows Cousins to pick them apart. Which Gig says, Davis has to learn to play with leverage and not play too high. He will be almost unstoppable when he does. I think he's going to be fine. Just give it time, man. He's a rookie. I think he's learned a lot. He's got a lot of good players around to teach him things and be mentored towards him. So I have no problem with Jordan. I think we're going to see a little bit of Jordan Davis in this preseason game. Nathan says Jalen Hurts will have 25 passing touchdown. If he does, I'll have a Mohawk. Philly 501 said. Jason, salute, bro. Salute, Jay from North Philly. Aaron says, Joey, did you notice ever since Jordan Davis was drafted, everybody started having concussions? Coincidence? It's just weird. It may, because of him? Maybe. I mean, you think those things on their helmets are going to really protect them a lot more, but Kyzir White said he wants to spend the rest of his career with Philly. I don't know if I believe that. I don't think I believe it either. I think he wants out. I do. I think he wants out. Tim says, you buying anyone's jersey this year? I was thinking about it. I don't know yet. Gravy says, top 3 players you have your eyes on Friday. Well, obviously Jordan Davis. N'Kobe Dean. I mean, I want to see something from AJ Brown. I want to see Kennedy Brooks. I want to see Britton Covey. There's so many guys. I want to see even the back end of our corners and Josh Jobe. I want to see Tay Gowan. We all know that Jimmy Moreland is still hurt with an injury right now, so that's another one. They said, Joey, did you know I met Philly in person? He's such a good dude. Great personality. Oh, that's all. Yeah, I've never met him in person, but it will happen one day. AK Eagles Podcast says, if Minshew wants the chance to start, then send him to Seattle. Yeah, I mean, Geno Smith seems like he's the starter in Seattle right now, which I don't know. Maybe I guess he's better than Drew Lock. I guess. Yeah, maybe. I'm just saying with the quarterbacks in Seattle. I mean, is he going to play well with Geno Smith or Drew Lock? Or would you trade him to Denver with Russell Wilson throwing to him? You know what I mean? We'll see. Denver, I could see a big possibility with Denver making that trade. So we'll see. Yo, Baron, what's going on, man? Gravy says Devontae's injury is concerning. Yeah, I think they're just being extra careful, man. Mr. Front Row, what's going on, man? Yeah, definitely happy birthday to Nick. AK says we'll be playing a lot of nickel with White, TJ, and Dean as your linebackers, and Reddick, Cox, Davis, and BG as your line while rotating players in and out. That's my opinion. Hey, look, it makes sense. And let me tell you something. Like, I want to see Reddick. Oh God, Reddick, Hargrave. Reddick next to Hargrave is going to be insane as it is. And then Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham. Brandon Graham having a really good camp. I wonder if they're going to play Brandon Graham. I mean, I don't know with the older guys if they're going to play them that much, like Lane or Brandon Graham. It says that the Stars were a couple series, but I don't know if that's going to be the case. Wait, please, happy birthday, Nathan. Hope you enjoyed your birthday. Grady says it's $7,000 to spend on a week-long vacation. No, it just depends where you're going. Like if you're going to Disney or something, it costs about $6,000 for two people. So it's probably right around there, depending on what you're doing. Jim says that it's a beautiful thing that our team was able to raise $300K for autism. Yeah, dude. 30,000 fans at a practice is just you don't hear that. It's crazy. Yo, GG, what's going on, man? Tanner says, please, Covey, run a punt back on the Jets. Barron said TJ Edwards and Kyzir White will definitely be the stars. I think we all agree on that. Lawrence says Devontae Smith jersey for sure. AJ Brown for sure. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about the injuries, GG. I wouldn't worry about it too much. We do have injuries, but there's nothing, crazy. Like even like the groin injury to Devontae Smith, like they just got to sit him. He's probably gonna miss a little bit of time until he's 100%. The season's not here yet, so we got plenty of time. Appreciate it so much, man. Because I think we have more injuries because they are being extra cautious. Gaz says, I really want to see Dean in the game coming up. Cola Bowl says, if this was a regular season, Devontae would be practicing. Yeah, he probably would be playing, to be honest with you, most likely. Chandler Sanchez says, Reagor seems honest. It makes sense if he had an off year because of the death of a close friend. Maybe he has a bounce back. Yeah, his personal life has been a total mess the past couple of years. I think we can all agree on that. But I think he's putting everything behind him. And he's doing his business. That's what it is. 40 Baloo says, what up, Joey? Thanks for streaming. Thank you for coming in, man. Thank you for coming in. Barron says, still waiting on that for that Hargrave extension. That's one I'm kind of looking for, too. I feel like Hargrave will get extended, and they saved $12 to $13 million in cap space with an extension. So that's what I'm kind of looking for right now. It doesn't make sense how the Eagles keep getting all these injuries when they're not getting 100%. They're not live tackling. Part of me feels like this team is soft. It's just how the league is today, man. It's just how the league is. It's not because we're soft. It's just the league is just and how we practice in the scheduling. It's just I think the way they prepare is a lot softer to me in some aspect. Gavin says, will Kelsey be back for week one? Yeah, he'll be back week one. No problem. He'll be back. James, the Eagles win it all this year. Sixers, what do you think, Joey? I mean, I don't know what the Sixers are going to do, man. I really don't. They got bullied too much in the playoffs. unfortunately, Embiid is just always hurt, and when they need him the most, he's just never healthy. I think Tobias Harris needs to get traded immediately because after watching Jimmy Butler pretty much single-handedly beat us, I always thought that was the big mistake. They picked Ben Simmons and Tobias over Jimmy Butler, and that's just been the way it has been. So, for everybody, do you play video games? Feel like you spend all your time on these? Much appreciated. Of course. Gigi said, "Oh yeah, J-Jaw jersey for sure. It comes with a free umbrella." Yeah, buddy. Steven says, "Great girlfriend is from Seattle. Going there, I'll be there for a couple Seahawks games." Eagles off Twitch says, "Joey, is Miles staying after this year? I don't think he is. I'm already preparing myself that Miles Sanders is going to be gone after this year. I really am. He's one of my favorite players on the team. I think he's going to have a fantastic year. He's had a fantastic camp. Looks really good shape. Running real hard. Just got to stay healthy, man. Just got to stay healthy. We need him this year. Definitely need him." So he said, "What's your take on a Dillard trade?" I don't like it. I don't like it because Dillard is pretty much your swing left tackle. Okay, I don't trust LaRaven Clark right now. He's already hurt with a hamstring. When we acquired LaRaven Clark, he had an ACL. Okay, he came off an ACL. He got injured twice last year. Now he's hurt again with a hamstring. You have him. You have Josh Sills. Josh Sills plays. He'll be a practice squad left tackle most likely. He played all 5 positions in college, but he'll probably be practice squad. You have Owasika. Him. He's hasn't been perfect either. You really don't have any depth. I wouldn't trade Dillard. I wouldn't trade him. That's me. I wouldn't even touch that trade. Cole said, "Thoughts on the Phillies?" I watch the Phillies here and there. Like I watch the Sixers a lot more than the Phillies. I haven't really watched the Phillies much. I catch a game when it's on, but I haven't really watched them too much. Trust me, guys. I have a lot of stuff going on in my life. I try to catch as much as I possibly can. I try to watch college football on the weekends. I try to do as much as I possibly can. But Phillies, if they're in the playoffs or whatnot, I'll definitely be watching. Eagle says, "What, Joey? Why do you get rid of Reagor when he's improving in camp?" It's more of him just being. It's because of what look. The Eagles made some moves this year that kind of made me think that Reagor wasn't going to be here because they traded for AJ Brown. They acquired Zach Pascal. Okay, they signed him, which is definitely Nick Sirianni's pet. Was with him for 2 years when he was the offensive coordinator with Indianapolis. I just feel like there's no room. I feel like there's no room for him. I mean, maybe as the number 4 or 5, I think the only way he makes this roster, maybe if there's too many injured receivers that just don't make the cut, but we're going to see if Reagor gets a chance Friday night. I think they're going to try to trade him. I think they're going to attempt it. I don't think he's going to be here. And if he is, it is what it is. I can't really make a big deal about it. Remo K says Sirianni was wearing a Kenny Gainwell shirt. Miles is gone. Gigi says, "Loving the AJ versus Bradberry matchup. It'll only make both of them better." Dude, especially James Bradberry. I mean, I didn't really notice till I know people have seen that. I've seen AJ Brown in person, really close, but man, I'm going to say pause a million times, but he's big. AJ Brown is a big specimen on the field. Like, no joke. Like, that guy, holy crap. I didn't realize he was that big of a wide receiver. I mean, crazy. But Bradberry has been one of my most surprised. I knew he was better than Steven Nelson. I understand the bad year that he had last year, but not much on his plate being a number 2 corner opposite of Slay. But he is really, wow, what a strong camp. What a really strong camp. And obviously facing really good talent, hasn't been burned that much. He's lost and he's won. I mean, he's been up and down, but mostly he's been up. He's been very consistent with his coverage. So he's a late lunch, 1:30 p.m. Thursday, chicken and garlic Lebanese style. I've never had that before. Demon says the Phillies have been impressive lately. Kay says Miles Sanders is explosive, but he's either injured or fumbles. Who has the better year, Smitty or AJ? I think Smitty's going to have the better year. I think by the end of the year, he will lead the team in receptions and yards. I think so. JC said, keep Dillard. He's still young. We're going to need him. Injuries could occur. Demon says second would be the lowest, though. Case says Dillard isn't bad. I think he's a top 15 left tackle. Problem is, he's always behind arguably the best left tackle in the NFL. I don't know if he's a top 15, but I think he's solid. Like, I think he's really solid. Even when he took over a couple games from a lot of last year, like, he wasn't great, he wasn't bad. I thought he was just solid. And I think he's gotten better. Came into this year in really good shape. Look, the Eagles, I can understand why the Eagles are going to want to trade him. Obviously, they're going to want to trade him just because they don't want to let him walk and not get anything for him, because his fifth-year option is going to cost $12.5 million, which I think he's going to be a one-year rental for a team. I don't know if a team is going to take on a fifth-year option for that much for him, but I think between Reagor and I think Dillard are two guys that have definitely put up their trade value. Go on, Jays. Speedy Eagle, what's going on? So Dillard will be leaving, so if we can get a good player back and a pick, I'll do it. I trust Stoutland. Barron says, very excited to see Brown hit the field. Jay Young says, I got a new name for Marcus Epps. Marcus Reps. Terza, how do you think Ben Simmons will do this year? Ben Simmons, I don't know if he even plays one game this year. Gavin says the Eagles preseason game on TV. It depends where you live. Smitty over Brown, yeah, definitely 100%. I said by the end of the year, Devontae Smith will have more yards and more receptions than A.J. Brown. 100%. Now, you said Smith will be feasting as a wide receiver too. Yeah, and I think the number one corner will be going to his side by, mid-season. I think the number one corner for any team is going to be on A.J. Brown. I think it's going to end up switching up later on. It's going to be a really hard matchup for teams. How are you going to defend that? I really don't know. Rio says, Dillard completely stuck at left tackle. Is there a chance of him being a swing tackle and backing up both Lane and Mulata again? No, I don't think. Dillard is stuck on the left side. I mean, I don't think they've cross-trained him. I haven't heard any news about them the last time they cross-trained him, he had a horrible game. I think, his rookie year, they started him for 3 games because when Jason Peters was his fatigue, he couldn't even stay up, and he couldn't really even stay strong in a game. I think that kind of killed his confidence a little bit. JC says having A.J. Brown open up a lot of opportunities for Smith and others to do damage. Yeah, I saw Watson's playing Friday. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. My outlook on Hurts this year is just being I'm not saying he's got to be a pure pocket passer, but he's got to, throw in stride, scan the field well, and be smart with the football. That's really it. And consistency on accuracy, over 25, over 28 touchdowns, 3,800 plus yards, that's what I'm expecting from Jalen Hurts. I'm expecting to win the East. I'm expecting to win a playoff game this year, not just get to one. So Grady says, if Hurts goes down, do you think they make a trade? Also, same question for is he's holding us back and playing horribly? If Hurts starts playing really bad, okay, if he goes down, do you make a trade? Well, who are you going to trade for if he goes down? I mean, who are you going to trade for? Another backup from another team? You're not trading for a starter during season. So if he goes down, they put Minshew in. Most likely. I mean, Minshew's going to make the roster. Even if Sinnett's playing better than him, I think he's still making the roster regardless. I mean, we're going to find out if he's holding us back. I mean, this is the observation year. I mean, he's only played a year and a half of football when you really think about it. I mean, that's really it. They didn't play a full 2 seasons yet. But Hurts is the final piece to see what we're doing with these first-round picks next year. Philly, DC, that's the problem. Dillard can only play left tackle. Gigi says, according to Michael Irvin, he thinks the Eagles are building a dynasty, compares A.J. Brown to himself, which is an amazing compliment. Wow. I didn't hear him say that one. Sidney says Game Pass in Australia shows all games. Guys, I'm on West Coast, so the preseason game probably won't be on TV, right? It just depends. Like, you just gotta check your cable guide. If it's on, you can check it. Just I get Eagles versus Jets Friday. Ain't wait to watch. Can't wait to watch. Let's see. Greg Moore says, I asked Dan Stilio if it was impossible that Jalen Hurts could improve this year, and he said it was, that it's impossible for him to improve because he was bad in college. Do you agree? No. I mean, there's quarterbacks out there that really haven't had a great career, even in college. I mean, like I think Hurts has had an up and down career. I think once he transferred to Oklahoma, he got a lot better, but he was only in a read option type system that kind of limited him from doing other things. But to turn him into an NFL quarterback is going to be, what he has to prove this year. I mean, that's, like I feel like quarterbacks can change. Do I think that he's going to be some gunslinger? No, I don't think Hurts is going to be a gunslinger. I don't think he's a quarterback that's going to throw 400-yard games. It's not going to happen. He's just not that type of quarterback. He's a read option RPO type quarterback, hold the football in his hands, use his legs, which is a whole nother plus for this offense. I think the offense just has to work for him, and I think he can make big plays. I think he'll make a lot of big plays this year. Jack McGough says, I'm excited to see how A.J. Brown, Smith, Watkins, Goddard play out this season. Yeah, I'm excited too. Quez Watkins, probably one of my favorites, underrated players in this offense, 100%. I think him just with 647 yards last year with 2 drops. I mean, he could have had an 800 to 1,000 yards. I think he would have been a 1,000-yard receiver last year if Hurts didn't miss him on a bunch of passes. I think he would have had 1,000 yards. Not even kidding. WH said AJ has more yards and Smitty has more receptions. Okay. I've heard a lot of people say that too. Chris says, what up, Joey? How you been? I'm doing good, Chris. Wayne P said, Browns as a team look at Reagor since Jakeem Grant tore his Achilles. Yeah, I saw that news. I mean, just because the receiver went down, I don't know if the Browns have interest, but we'll see. Let's see. Chris says, what up, Joey? Can't wait for Friday. Barron said, happy with Mulata, but you were right when you say the organization did. I thought they did him really good. They pretty much redshirted him his first year. Plus, they didn't even have. He never even had a pre-draft visit with the Eagles. I mean, I think he was surprised they even had interest. I think what I heard from Dillard is he didn't even know the Eagles had interest in him. Or maybe they did that on purpose so they could snatch him up from teams not knowing that they had interest in him. Chad says this season is a win-win. Hurts succeeds. You have picks to make it team better. If he plays bad, we have the ammo to get an elite quarterback in the draft. Yeah, that's what it is, man. Like you have, you know what? If Hurts works out, you got 2 first rounds in the second, and God knows how many more picks you're going to get if you end up trading somebody or whatever the case may be, compensatory picks. But if he doesn't work out, you have the picks to move up and get it done, which I really hope Hurts works out, man. Jay said, what up, Joey? Do you think they try and help Hurts with more screen plays this year? I mean, yeah, they probably will, but I thought we did a lot of screens last year. I thought there were times where we did screens way too much. Seems like every time our passing game every time a defense turns this offense one-dimensional, we go to the read options or Jalen Hurts throwing keeping the ball to himself on a QB draw with a blocker in front of him, or we throw screen passes, which screen passes aren't bad, but we need to expand this playbook, put more play action. We just need a lot more. Rich, a lot of people say Hurts has improved every year of his career starting from college, so hopefully he keeps up. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. Eric says, how are you going from 640 to 1,000 yards? Pretty easily. You want me to put up video of how many times Hurts missed Quez Watkins wide open? He would have had close to 1,000 yards last year. No doubt. I said 800 to 1,000. I didn't say 640 to 1,000. 800 to 1,000. So he says Hurts going to play in preseason. He needs to. Yeah, from what it looks like, they're going to give him a couple series, which I wanted them to at least do that. The second game, I'm hoping he has more snaps. I'm hoping he does. He said, Joey, can you follow me back on Twitter so I can DM you a clip you should watch? Yes, I will do that. I will do that. Lawrence, either Hurts has it or he doesn't. It's that simple. That's pretty much it. Yeah, I think I saw that tweet. I'll follow you. I'll follow you on there. I got you. Shane said, "Who would you pick, Embiid or AJ Brown?" AJ Brown, dude. Jack said, "I don't see how Hurts can be worse next season. If he can improve on some accuracy with teams improve on those dread penalties from the red zone scoring, we should be good." Yeah, I mean 6 to 8 on top of 6 to 8 touchdowns were called back from stupid penalties as well. Yeah, it should improve by a mile. It really should. I mean, shouldn't have a worse year. I mean, there's Eagles fans out there that think we're only going to win 6 games. I mean, some people shock me by the things that they say of how they think that it could be worse this year. I think it depends on how long the first series on Friday. If they score a touchdown, they are done. If it's quick drive, there will be another series. Yeah. I think that's the way it usually goes. Yeah. Eric says Quez had 600. You didn't say 800. I thought I said 800 to 1,000. I said he had 647 yards. I think I said he could have had 800 to 1,000. Yeah, I said he could have had 800 to 1,000. Could have been a 1,000-yard receiver. So, could Reagor be used as a receiving type running back? Greg Moore says, "Wait, could Reagor be used as a receiving type run? I guess, but is that going to be the plan? I don't think he's going to be here. I don't think he's going to be here, guys." Greg says, "If they offered a second-round pick for Dillard, would you do it?" Yeah. Yeah, I would do it in a heartbeat. I don't want to trade Dillard at all, but I would do it. I would do it in a heartbeat. No joke. Ronnie Webb says, "I'm a Titans fan. I love AJ, but he won't be playing a whole season for y'all ever." Okay, Mister. The Titan fans are pissed off. They're just pissed off and jealous. It's just that's all it is. Every Titans fan has been so disgusting towards AJ Brown and the way they've treated him. Sorry, but they got not only did they get fleeced in that damn draft, but I don't know. Drew says Hurts going to play with Kelsey out. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, Cam Jurgens is going to get a lot of reps. He's going to get a lot of reps, no regardless. You know what I mean? Like Cam Jurgens, I'm totally fine with that because if Cam Jurgens gets a lot of reps, it's better for us because I need him to get as many reps as possible because he's going to become the starting center next year when Kelsey retires. You know what I mean? Fraser, how do you think Miles Sanders regressed as a receiver since 2019? Well, because I don't think Nick uses him the right way. Like Doug used him as a receiving back, which I loved. They've had him as a wide receiver. Like I loved Miles Sanders his rookie year in the way that I don't think they use Miles to his full advantage as a running back. I don't think they do. So that's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. You know, I want them to use him better. There's no doubt about it. Steven says Titans fan. Smith says, "Do you think the Goddard will have a big year?" I think he's going to have a big year this year. I will. I do. Eric says Reagor in second for Jesse Bates. Maybe. Jack said JG can produce and miss a couple games. I'm cool with it. I'm telling you. You said teams that will never win a Super Bowl, Titans. Jason Joey questions, is Kelsey out 2-4 weeks? Do you think Cam Jurgens takes the snaps? Yeah, of course. He's gonna take. If Kelsey's gone, he's the next man up. Ryan said, "Ain't mad, bro. I love dude. We got skilled players to resolve him leaving. I'm just tuning in to keep all Eagles' expectations grounded." Okay, buddy. Oh my god, fucking people, stupid. Free says, "Do you have any sleeper picks for breakout seasons?" Sleeper picks for breakout seasons? I think Quez Watkins is definitely one. I think everyone doesn't expect Quez to really have. I mean, people expect Quez to have a good year, but I think he's going to have a great year. G says, "I remember watching so many videos of discuss after AJ trade. I think Titans fans have to be right, are right to be mad." Yeah, I guess, but I mean, I think AJ got more involved after he tried to do his youth football camp in Tennessee, and his whole family got threatened by a bunch of Titan fans. So they're disgusting fans, in my opinion. So Matt said Miles Sanders should be used the way Niners use Debo for sure. Debo may be a bit fair, but they should be used the same way. Who that dude says Miles needs to be used like Saints use Kamara. Yeah, that's what I like. That's from his rookie year. That's how I like the way they used him. Phil D says we need to improve getting sacks. 30 last year was horrible. Mr. Bill Rap says still doesn't feel real. I can remember how atrocious our receivers were before we got TO. We guys like Todd Pinkston, Freddie Mitchell playing with McNabb. Hurt season, he's got his TO. I think so. And you know what? AJ Brown has become like the embodiment of Philly. Like the guy has took a step forward as a leader, keeping himself accountable and everybody else accountable on top of it. I mean, he doesn't stray away from protecting his players, protecting his quarterback. Change the Eagles higher than yours, Derrick Henry injury bug. Free says, I'm concerned that our QB2 spot isn't good enough. Sinnott taking reps over Minshew isn't a good look. Well, why isn't it a bad look? I mean, if there's a quarterback that's playing better than Minshew, it's just making our roster better. It's not a bad look. I mean, it is what it is. Jack said, if we're trading for a running back, I'd rather have Marlon Mack, a Barrett Kareem Hunt. I think it's something Nick Howie can pull it off. Taylor being beast in Indy. Jason, I think the Titans are mad because they didn't like how the trade went. They won A.J. Brown. Didn't like the Eagles got him in 1-1 pick in 18th. No, I think they totally fleeced them. And on top of that, they like Treylon Burks. I mean, Treylon Burks looks like he's having a really strong camp. So see what he's all about, man. The guy had, look, at least we know what we have with A.J. Brown. They have no idea what they have in Treylon Burks. So from training camp, they do. But until they play a game, they have no idea what they have yet. G said, well, damn, that's different. Threatening a man's family is no good. Nah, it was pretty bad, dude. I made a video on it. It really pissed me off. I mean, how well do you think the new cornerback duo will work? I think it's going to be fantastic. I want to see what we have on the back end with Tay Gowan and Zach. Zach McPherson's been like the top guy. I mean, it's a 4th-round pick out of Texas Tech last year. So I want to see how much he's actually improved. We might – I'm not saying like – I think we still have to draft a corner next year, depending if they extend Bradberry, depending if – Slay gets an extension after next year when he's a free agent is going to be the talk of the offseason next year, obviously other than the quarterback situation. We might not, I'm not saying we're going to find a number 1 corner on the back end of our roster next year. I feel like we could find a really good number 2 on this team, maybe. But we'll see. A lot of 1-year deals. I'm glad there's a lot of 1-year deals. They could lock up more players next year if they want at the end of this year or whatever the case may be. Ms. Bellrats, I'm not worried about Carter's strong knees. I want him on the team. Want to see what he could do in preseason if he can get the ball out fast and he could be good. Yeah, and I think we're gonna see that. You know what I mean? Like I think we're gonna get a lot of reps from because at Minshew it will be Friday night. You're gonna have Hurts for 1 or 2 series. You're going to have Minshew in probably for the half of the second quarter or to the second quarter. And then for the rest of the game, you're going to have a lot of reps from Sinnott and Carson Strong. So Samuel says breaking news. Eagles signed Joey Shakes the 3. I wish. Hey, I wish. Trust me on that. You have no doubt. I wish that. It's 165 in the chat. Appreciate being here tonight for a late night stream. If you guys haven't subscribe to the channel. Like the stream if you guys haven't either. We cover the Eagles every single day. And yeah, we're getting this thing going, man. Friday night is the night. We're going to find out what this team is all about. We're going to find out what we have. And it's going to be really exciting. I will be streaming that game. I will be streaming that game on Friday. I'm not going to be streaming from StreamYard. I'm actually going to be streaming it from OBS. I got some settings and some things I'm working on OBS for Friday. And then we'll have a post-game stream. And then we'll probably have a video going into the next day on obviously everything that happened during the game and stuff. So I don't know if the Eagles are practicing tomorrow. If anybody knows, it's probably just walkthrough. I don't think they're having a full practice tomorrow. Probably not. Probably just walkthroughs tomorrow. And then obviously, we got a game on Friday. Shane said, I watch you and Chalk It Up Sports a lot. You could do a collab with Chalk. Oh, definitely. Tone to Shields is great. He's a great content creator. I mean, he deserves a lot more subscribers and a lot more support, man. That guy puts in a lot of work. So, oh, yeah, definitely. Me and him talk here and there. I would definitely love to get together with him and do some stuff. For Bush, did you see that Jordan Davis clip? And he was so humble about going viral and sticking up for Cam. Yeah, I mean, because it made it look like Cam Jurgens did not, has never beat him before. And he has beat him during camp. Mr. Ball Raps, I think by the time Minshew would have plenty of season, say Hurts goes down, he will know what to do if he even gets to that point. It's kind of shot anyway. Jacob says, Joey, for a heads up, OBS might crash. Well, my OBS OBS doesn't crash for me. I'm good. I'm good with it. Wait, Pizza, I heard Brandon Graham is doing great training camp. Our defense missed his energy. Oh, yeah, a big loss last year. Appreciates, what do you think it would take for Kareem Hunt trade? I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's going to cost much. I mean, maybe a late-round pick for him. I don't think it's going to cost that much as everyone thinks it might cost more. But, yo, Jock, what's going on, man? He says, where do you think Dean fits in? I think he'll be the Mike linebacker. I mean, he's number 2, so maybe he's so far he's second on the depth chart right now. So, Free said, at what point in the season would you say Davis takes Cox's starting spot? I don't know, dude. It depends. If Cox is not getting enough, is not being productive enough, then I don't know. I feel like Davis could make that jump next to Hargrave later this season or early. Who knows? Yo, Tone, what's going on, man? He says, chalk it up. What's going on, man? He says, hope all's well, Joey. Been a while. What's your thoughts on Marcus Epps this year? I believe he breaks out. A hot take alert, leads the team in interceptions. It could be, man. I think he's solid, dude. Like, I feel like even going into this year, I think the Eagles have been comfortable with him, even though the Eagles have been trying to upgrade safety, trying to get Marcus Williams. They've been really trying to upgrade that position. But I think he has a really good year, a very solid year last year. I think has even a better year this year. I forgot what his contract looks like going into next year. I forgot if he's a free agent after this year or one more year. He might be a free agent. I'm not really sure. I think he's going to do well. I think I always thought of him as a number 3 safety, like a role playing safety, but he's really really expanded himself as a player, and I just think he's going to be better with a good. And look, it's really up to Jonathan Gannon what he's doing, being the final piece of the puzzle with this defense. But I feel like he's going to have a really good year. But yeah, definitely have to get together soon on a stream, dude. Definitely. And I've been seeing your stuff on Jakeep Sports and stuff, so I'm really happy for you, man. Really happy for you. He says Carter Strong, highest ceiling, but needs to keep developing. Mr. Bowrap says Malik Willis has the highest ceiling. I definitely believe that. DSK said, what do you think? Who do you think will go against CeeDee Lamb, Slay or Bradberry? CeeDee, probably, I would say probably Slay. I'd say Slay. And depending what the Cowboys do at receiver, if they upgrade the position, I heard that T.Y. Hilton, Cole Beasley, I don't know if they're going to upgrade. I mean, I feel like they're going to add another receiver before the season starts, which could be a possibility. But it'd probably be Slay most likely. Mr. Ballraps, I hope Malik Willis plays this year instead of Tannehill. Barron says, really excited for our shit. I just feel like it's going to be better. For our special teams, yeah, I think it will be. I want to see Britt and Covey take one to the house Friday night. That's what I want to see. Jerry said, would you trade Cox before the trade deadline if Davis is playing well? Would you take a third-round pick? It depends on teams want to take, depending on how much money is left on his contract. His contract's fully guaranteed. I think it's like 13, 14 million right now. So by week 9 of the trade deadline or before that, it just depends on how much a team has to take on and how big the pick is supposed to be. I don't know. I think he plays out the year. That's just me. Goob says, hey, Joey, in your opinion, what is a position that's a hot take that you think needs a revamp for either starter or depth? I think, safety 100%. That's number one. Safety depth is, I think it's okay, but I don't think it's the best. I think you still need that proven starter regardless, even though I do think, Marcus Epps is a solid player. I don't think he's I don't know if he's going to be a top safety. I don't think he's going to be a high caliber player. I think he's going to be a solid player, but I think that's definitely an upgrade for starting and getting a backup as well, or getting some depth as well for that position. And probably cornerback is a big unknown right now because all we've been hearing is good things about Zach McPherson. Like, I need to see it. what we have with Tay Gowan and some of these other guys we have, Josh Jobe, Mario Goodrich, that they paid him a lot of money, $216,000. I mean, it's not a lot of money, but they paid him more than all the other undrafted free agents. But we'll see. I'll agree choice as well, Joey. I'm pretty stoked for the game on Friday. You going to stream? I will be streaming Friday. I will be streaming on Friday. We will be good to go. J6, first off, how much money did we pay Josh Sweat because it doesn't have his 10 sack season and the Eagles wanted wasted money? I think he needs like a 7 to 10 sack season. He doesn't even – I think like 7 to 10 sacks is where he's getting – I don't know. I forgot his numbers, but it should be like 7 to 10 in between them. Lawrence says Lamb is their number 1 year, so we'll be a slay on Lamb. Yeah, definitely follow Tone to Shields if you guys haven't. Click that link if you guys haven't either. Mr. Ballrap says, does Joey Shakes want Roquan Smith? Let's say that Covey isn't what we expect him to be. Would you sign Roquan? No, I mean, what do you expect? Look, we're going to see what Nakobe Dean does. Like, I don't feel like he's going to be a bust. I really don't. It's hard for me to even say that of how we even got him. I know Roquan Smith wants out of Chicago, wants a new contract. I don't think the Eagles are going to go out and pay a linebacker a lot of money right now. I just don't see it happening. The Eagles are fine with what they have to see what they have. They need to see what they have. You can't just go out and sign a contract. That's been the problem with Howie Roseman's been locking up players too early, or just because we need a free agent bad for this. I totally get it, but I don't think you're going to be paying a linebacker a lot of money right now. You're in a position right now where you have a really good, healthy competition in that linebacker core right now, and just let it roll over, man. Chalk Up says, no doubt, appreciate the love always. You're one of the best. I appreciate it so much, Chalk. Appreciate it so much. We'll definitely be talking soon. Karen says, Slade gonna lock CD shit up like he always does, not concerned. DSK says, do you think the Stars should play a full quarter in the preseason games? No. Well, for the second game, maybe. For the first game, no. Second game, I'd say a quarter if they can get it done. And then the third game, they just rest everybody. He said, you deserve it, my dude. He definitely does. Ram said, Ram, but does Smitty remind us of Marlowe from The Wire? Yeah, Tart's good. Yeah, Tart's good for depth. I mean, I have no problem with Jaquaski Tart at all. Like, I want to see if he actually could beat Anthony Harris. But I think there's good depth there. I don't think Jaquaski Tart's not he's well known, but he's not a Pro Bowl caliber safety, but he's definitely solid. He could definitely play games for you. He's very serviceable. Mr. Bell Rap says, all right, Joey, got to walk home from work. Thank you for what you do. Corral season, easy money. I love weed. Peace out. Yeah, where is easy money? Barron said offensive linemen are unsung heroes. Yeah, it's definitely true. Aaron said, Joey, what did you do to celebrate when the Eagles won the Super Bowl? I was at my girlfriend's. I was at her cousin's house in Jersey, and we hung out there the whole day. I wanted to go to Philly that night so badly, but I knew it was going to be a total disaster going there. HP said, need Fletcher Cox go back to the 2018 version. We had over 10 sacks. Amber says, what would you do if the Eagles win the Super Bowl? God help us if we do. That would be fantastic. It's Call Me Flair. What's going on, man? Joey, just got back from the gym. How's your night? It's going good, man. It's going really well. Chris says, would you trade Reagor or keep him? I'd trade him, man. Try to get a draft pick. I would try to get a draft pick, to be honest with you. Karen says, Joey, do you think Nakobe Dean starts? I think he does. She says, Tone said he thought defense let the team down a few times. A few times? Mostly all the time last year. I mean, they were underperforming. Under average, man. Below average. They were horrible. And Jonathan Gannon is definitely as much to blame as for the players. So... Six says, do you think Jordan Davis is going to start? No, in the rotation, no. He's in the second rotation with Milton Williams at defensive tackle. So I think maybe later in the season he could move up. If Fletch starts getting single blocked and he's looking really bad and he's not playing well, he could move up to that first rotation. So Kelly Greenway, what's going on, man? He says, do you think that week one is a trap game? Funny that an opener can be a trap game, but it seems like everyone's expecting an easy win, which I understand. How would you feel if we lost? I wouldn't be happy. If I feel like Jalen Hurts is not getting enough reps in the offseason, like I don't give a crap about these scrimmages. Like the scrimmages I can care less about. Nick loves these scrimmages. He thinks they're so game-like, which they're definitely not. The first game is always a toss-up game because the teams that are always supposed to win lose all the time. The teams that lose are supposed to lose always win. It's the first game. So which team is more prepared, till they get their feet wet going into the season? Like that's just the way it goes. You know what I mean? So yeah, they could lose that game, but I'm not expecting them to, All right, Baron. I'll see you later, man. Have a good night. 40 boy loses. I wish someone would have hired Gannon. Yeah, you and me both. Legal side, Hustle says Fletch about to go off. Watch. I hope he does. No, I have not been watching the Lions on Hard Knocks. No. Karen said if Gann can't produce a top 10 defense, he should be fired. Yeah. With the weapons he has this year, Howie, I think he's definitely on the hot seat. I think both coordinators are on the hot seat this year. Both of them are on the hot seat. Free says Gann needs to evolve his scheme to fit our new additions this year. Karen says, Joey, what's your thoughts on Nick Sirianni as a head coach? I like him. Look, I got no issue. I had an issue. I gave him a chance early last year when he was a rookie head coach. I totally get it. First year head coach, I started to like him throughout the year. I didn't really like him in the beginning. And then when he took, he kind of had his hand on the play calling a little bit too much, not running the football enough. So I think that hurt us definitely 100%. Joe says, Dan, so Fangio has been in our practice a few days. That's an interesting one. So Vic Fangio has been at our practices, which is a good thing. So Vic Fangio took the year off, ended up getting fired, took the year off. I hope he becomes, if Gannon, I think Gannon is gone. If he has a successful year, I think he'll be a head coach somewhere. Or he'll be a defensive coordinator somewhere. I don't know what the case is, but I think he's gone regardless. Vic Fangio is definitely a coach I would want to coach this team because he's very aggressive, especially from those 2017, 2018 Bears. Did a really good job with them. Vic Fangio would definitely be my top candidate as defensive coordinator. Shane says Davis will command double teams. Oh, 100%. And then you get those blitz packages with the linebackers and just being just so nasty and violent. He said, GG, get around more than Google Maps. Amber says Jalen Hurts is going to be in versus the Jets. I'm glad because he needs more reps. Jalen Hurts needs more reps. I'm starting to worry because I feel like he's not going to get enough reps in the preseason at all. And then they're definitely going to sit him that third preseason game. They're definitely going to sit him. I'm kind of interested to see what they're doing with him in the second preseason game to the third game, and then we'll kind of find out from there. But I would play him 2 games for 1 series. Cabo says, Joey, you have forgotten we were a top 10 defense last year in yards. Yeah, but playing the cautious game, because we were – I don't. Is that even true on yards allowed? Because we were being too cautious, moving our corners back and playing a lot of prevent. Yeah, maybe. But that's still not good. We're still giving up a lot at the line. With the soft zone coverage. Sean said, could he be Gann's replacement get jump early? Maybe. Early, maybe. But I don't think he's getting fired throughout the year. Lawrence said, Joey, it's safe to say that Hurts and Gannon is the Achilles heel of this team. I'd say so, yeah. Jed says, up late for us healthcare workers watching Friday the 13th, part 2 with you in mind. I think it's the best one. Part 2, I like part 2. I like part 6. I like 3 as well. And I always like the first one, definitely. Leonardo says, what would happen if Gannon had a really average year? I assume he would fire him. Yeah, if he had an average year, I would fire him immediately. Karen says, do you know what Vic Fangio would do with this defense? Yeah, it would be a ground pound attack defense, man. He would, I don't know if he'd have a hybrid scheme. It reminds me a lot of Jim Johnson too, because he likes that wide 9. and just likes to attack with his linebackers. If you look at what he did with the Bears, I think between 17 and 18, I think you'll kind of get the assumption of what he's going to do. Freeze, of course, we were top 10 in yards allowed. We played cover 2 previous. Yeah, exactly. Shane said there's no reason Gann can't be more aggressive, not than come get me Vic Fangio. Eric said, would you trade Hurts for Baker Mayfield? No. Mouse Joey, long time no see. Are you, bro? Excited for Eagles football just around the corner? I'm pumped. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to stream. I'm ready to get this thing going all year. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be pumped. It's going to be interesting. It is. I'm very excited. I can't wait to go to I'm going to one game this year, so I won't be able to stream one game because I have to go to at least one game this year, do my thing. The home opener, definitely going to be there for the Vikings game. I'll have some content for that day as well. So he says Gannon was Colts secondary coach. Yeah, he was a cornerback coach. Yep, he was. Chubb said, any early prediction for the Steelers game since I'm going to be at I don't even know who the Steelers are playing. They're playing the Browns, right? Are they playing the Browns? No, who are they playing? I don't know who they're playing. I don't know. Not sure. We got 201 in the chat. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing the stream. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel. We cover the Eagles every single day. Check out all the videos I've been putting out of training camp every single day. Definitely check all of that out. Like the stream if you guys have not either. We're going to be streaming the preseason game on Friday. We're going to have a post-game stream on top of it, and we're going to have a video out. So we're going to be very busy on Friday. So most likely Eagles are in a walkthrough practice tomorrow, I think, because they practiced the past 2 days. So they get a rest day tomorrow and then get ready and prepared. So I'm good to go, man. I am good to go. Check out the memberships in the live chat as well. For extra content all year round, definitely check all those out. If you guys have it, if you guys want the extra content, it is there for everybody. Jordan says, shout out to you, brother, my favorite Eagles YouTuber by far. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it so much. Yo, Matt, what's going on, man? How you doing, bro? Kelly Greenwood said, might seem ironic, but Brandon Graham could have his best season regardless of what happens with a monster coming back like the injury never happened. Yeah. I mean, at 32 years old, coming off an Achilles, that's got to be tough. It's got to be really, really tough. But I don't even care about sack numbers, dude. All I care about is him just getting pressure and helping Fletch out because Fletch needs help. That was a big, him not being there and his energy and his, shit talking the whole entire game, which was pretty cool. So, which he always does. See here. Kyle says, I'm tired of streaming illegally with always freezing. How reliable is the paid streaming service, NFL Game Pass? Well, Game Pass, I don't know. People in Australia, someone said in Australia you go watch every game, which maybe it's different. Game Pass is only for preseason and for watching games, reruns of games. I mean, that's really it. I mean, it's $100 for that. Sunday tickets, $300. Now, DirecTV is going to be done with the DirecTV. The NFL is going to be done with DirecTV after this year, so they won't be holding Game Pass anymore. So another streaming service will hold Game Pass going into the 2023 season next year. So I don't know how much it's going to cost. Probably going to cost the same. Who knows? It is what it is. It is what it is. Oh, Matt, congrats, dude. I totally forgot. Got the babies. Dude, I hope you're enjoying fatherhood very much. Hope you're enjoying it. Free says, with our run D improved this year with better linebackers run support, it was lackluster. Yeah, well, that's what we're looking for this year. He's got the linebackers to do it now. He had the excuse last year, didn't have the right players for his hybrid scheme that he wanted to use. But tell you something, he's got it now. He has got it now. So that's all I got to say. Geez, congratulations, Matt. Runo said, you see the new Candyman came out in 21, about to watch it. Yeah, it's not great. I like the ending, but I didn't really like it at all, unfortunately. And he said, Kyzir White looks like his bones are made from metal weights. So he says, you in my top 20. Top 20 for what? Jesus, hope you're getting some sleep. Matt said, if you can do that from Australia, then you can VPN and send your IP out Australia, see if it'll work. Can you? That's interesting. You can watch replays of NFL games on a certain website. Matt says, thanks, GM. I'm not sleeping much. Shane said, I've been watching you since 2020, ever since Reagor got here. Really? I appreciate it, though. And he says, I had my first kid at 49. Fatherhood is tough. Jay says, Joey is officially 1 day. It's 12/11. So technically tomorrow is our preseason game. Matt says, yeah, just bounce your IP out of a note from Australia. I mean, we could try. I want to try that to be honest with you. I really want to try that. It's gonna be interesting. I mean, the watching football suck. It's gonna suck. You got Amazon's doing Thursday night football. Sunday ticket costs you $300 a season. You know, Game Pass is $100. Like it's crazy. Like it sucks I don't live in Philadelphia because it would just be so much easier and I wouldn't have to spend all this extra money. But it is what it is. It is what it is. So what did they rate Jordan Davis on Madden? I have no idea. I couldn't even tell you. At all. Let's see here. Matt, so I pay for Sunday ticket as a student. It's only $100. Then I pay for YouTube TV. Never missed a game. Really? Oh yeah, as a student, it's cheaper as a student. Yeah, so you're $100 for Sunday ticket. Man, $300. I'm paying $300 for that. That's crazy. Kyrie said, did you see Derek Barnett acting like a dick during the presser? He has no emotion whatsoever. I think he just knows what you think of him. The man better perform. I didn't watch it at all. Was it really that bad? Free Harlow says, I'm in the middle where I get Eagles and football team games, so sometimes Eagles games get blacked out. Yeah, that's what sucks. Sunday ticket blacked out some Eagles games for me. Like, they screwed me like 3 times. Not in 1 year, but they screwed me a few times on some Eagles games. And he said Jordan Davis actually looks like an African-American John Madden. Every game is free on NFL streams. Yeah, but what's the quality? Is it watchable, or you're watching a shadow or a stupid thing go across the street? Well, what is? Are you watching it? Is someone video recording it from somebody's basement? Like what's the catch with that, dude? Because I'm telling you right now. If Barnett is a clown, he blows games with his penalties. Sandy says it's like U.S. Netflix is better than Austin Netflix's content. Big D says there's ways I watch them that I will not discuss publicly. Why? Oh, why? You're gonna get arrested? You're stealing somebody's TV. I know people have done that in the past. Connect to someone else's cable. I don't know. People go extreme. Matt said another option is getting a Fire Stick, jailbreak it, download the crew, pay like $3 every 15 days for all the breed. It's clean that way. Yeah, to me, it's like, do I really want to go through all that though? You know, do I just really want to go through all that just to watch games? But we'll see. We'll see though. But tomorrow's a big day. This is it. Kerry said, do you think Howie Roseman plays the Red Dead 2 or Friday the 13th? I don't know. Maybe one of them. Who knows? Yeah, JP. I heard people talk about the Dofu Sports app, but you can't. Yeah, the problem is you can't. The problem is you gotta watch it on your phone. That's the only issue I have with it. You gotta watch everything on your phone. Like, I don't want to watch games on my phone. Like, why the hell do I want to watch games on my phone? If I can connect my phone to my TV, which I know I could do that. But tomorrow's preseason, bro. What do you mean what's tomorrow? What the talking about? Jordan Davis sounds like a massive trucker that stops at for breakfast. Chubb said you play Friday during the game. That was fun. Held back when they had friendly fire on. Oh yeah, dude. We're gonna have groups for that. If you guys aren't subscribed to my gaming channel, it's actually funny because I just upload stuff on there, but it's funny as hell. Jason, do Philly Fire LA is going to be streaming at 4:30 because LA is 3 hours behind? Yep. Matt says, okay, now for football talk. I heard a few people saying that Dean could possibly make Defensive Rookie of the Year. What do you think? I know he probably won't start off heavy, but I mean, I don't know, dude. I think they're going to throw him into the fire. I think they're going to throw him in the fire, and I think they're just going to let him play. I mean, I don't think they're going to be cautious with him. I think they're going to put him in some blitz packages. They're going to make him menacing on the line of scrimmage. I think he's just going to be all over the place. So I don't think they're going to be careful with him. I think they're just going to throw him in there. Tomorrow night, they're definitely going to do that. Tomorrow is Thursday. Yeah, today's Thursday. If you live on the West Coast, it's probably still Wednesday. So for me, it's 12:18 now. So that's probably why you're getting confused. Chubb said, what's going on with Minshew? He's going to start tomorrow? I have no idea. I know he's not going to start tomorrow. Apparently, Hurts going to play 1 to 2 series. Then Minshew's probably going to play like for the second quarter probably, and then they're going to throw in Carson Strong and Reed Sennett. Nakobe Dean is a steal of the draft. Matt says, look, I watched all the practice at the link. Hurts had a hard time because his pocket was getting collapsed. Now I don't blame Hurts for the stroll. I think our defense. I feel better even knowing that even if Mulata and Dillard were not playing that open practice because of the concussions, like, I don't even care, dude. Like, our defense has been working this offseason. I don't expect Jalen Hurts to have perfect days, and I don't want him to have perfect days. I want him to struggle against our defense. I want to see if our defense has what it takes. Sennett is getting the bulk. Yo, Savvy, what's going on, man? They compared Jordan Davis to Jerome Brown. Glad we trade up to imagine if he was on the Chargers or Ravens. Yeah, he could have been on the Ravens. Sticks, the batter says it's 12:18. I live in North Carolina. I'm an Eagles fan from North Carolina. Dude, that's awesome, man. I've been down south a couple times. Rose says Hurts is playing without a starting left tackle. No Devontae Smith right now, too, though. I don't even care much about him not having Devontae Smith, but yeah, you're missing two guys at left tackle. You're missing not only your starter, but your depth piece. GG says Detroit will find out what's up in week 1. Yeah, they'll find out. Mayo says I still like Reagor and Roquan swap. Yeah, but do they really want to pay a safety a lot of money right now? I mean, pay a linebacker a lot of money right now? Sandy says, will you stream the game? I am streaming Friday. I will be streaming Friday. 100%. Everybody will probably be streaming Friday. Everybody will. So, a lot of people will be streaming. Be coming for that ass. Shane says, let's go. Keep liking. Appreciate so much, Shane. All right, so Jordan Davis could be an Aaron Donald type generational talent where everyone knows his name. He's going to get some attention this year. There's no doubt about it. Freddie Arlen says, will Gann try to play Reddick out of the position alongside a linebacker of 4-3, or will Dean play there and Reddick get subbed? I think he'll be subbed in the 3-4 probably. Matt said, if he went to the Ravens, Eagles would have got Hamilton. I really want Hamilton, so I wouldn't be upset. What did I say before the draft? How many times before the draft did I say? I said Devontae Wyatt or Jordan Davis will be in the Philadelphia Eagles uniform. I told you guys a million times. I can count. I can't even count how many times I've even discussed that. You should link up with 500 on Friday. Yeah, but he'll be streaming the game Friday, so. Graves says Alsuika starting left tackle. He might be. It might be Awosika and Jonathan Stills, I think his name is, the guy that could play all 5 positions on the offensive line. I mean, he did in college. So He said, what do you think our record will be if Jalen Hurts plays above average? 14 wins. If he plays above average, 14 wins. No joke. The worst we could do is probably like 11 wins. I'm not even kidding. I think the worst is between 10 and 11 wins. But he said being the Purple Freaks, Minnesota, and sweeping Washington is a requirement. They have to sweep Washington. There's no way I'm letting Carson Wentz win one game against us. There's no way. I don't want him winning one game being in Washington, whether it's this year into next year, whatever the case may be. Pay for Roquan. Well, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, I don't know if they're going to do that. Like, then you got to figure out if they're going to extend Slay, if they're going to extend Bradberry, if you got to pay a quarterback. It's all going to add up, dude. I mean, yeah, if we already had a quarterback and we had the cap to do it, then sure. But I don't know. I'm not really going to question the cap too much. Yo, Weapon X Eagles, how do you watch the games, bro? It depends. Do you want to watch it like illegally, or do you want to watch it? Do you want to watch it legally? So he says, do you think the practice guys like Josh Sills will go? Yeah, I think all of them will. I think there'll be a bunch of guys, as the game goes on. Laura said, Joey, would you agree that Quez Brown Smith will earn the name the triplets before the season? Hey, you never know. It could. I'm really excited. I mean, I haven't seen a wide receiver core like this since T.O. has been. I mean, that's since really T.O. becoming an Eagle, and then not even that, but just having Jason Avant and Macklin and Evan LaShawn McCoy, like even what I mean, just Deshaun Jackson. I mean this wide receiver core triumphs that Super Bowl wide receiver core by a mile. Like I mean, look at those two wide receiver cores. It's a huge difference. It's crazy. Shay said, please sub this awesome YouTuber. Weapon X says, still unbelievable. We got Jordan Davis. Manuel Zork says, heard Jets are shopping for a tackle now too. Well, I think they already signed. Didn't they already sign Dwayne Brown or whatever his name is, that Pro Bowler? I think they already signed. Somebody. I think, didn't they? Didn't they sign somebody? I think they already signed for what's his face? Becton, whatever his name is. Mecton. I forgot. I keep forgetting his damn name. That first round pick from 2020. 11-6. Yeah, he's a big boy. He's 6'6", 325, man. He is. Come on, Jeff Stalin. Turn him into something. Slay is too old to extend. Why? Why not? How is he too old? You think Slay's not going to be able to play? I think he could play another 4 years. Matt says, watching between Cowgirls camp and Eagles camp, I say we sweep the girls. Wentz is playing so bad at camp, we're going to sweep. Yeah, I mean, he's been playing good and bad. I mean, there was one day he threw like 3 picks, but I haven't really been paying too much attention to them. Sam said, "Do you hear that playmaker Irvin said that they were building a dynasty in Philly? He said he was scared of Hurts." Yeah, I saw that. Philadelphia Eagles fan 6 said, Joey, I met Jake Elliott, bring Covey, and Kavon Wallace on Sunday at the Eagles. How was that, man? How was that? Zay said, if we barely winning the division, Hurts has to go. If they don't win the division, he's definitely gone. There's no doubt about it. Unless they get a wild card game and kind of play better, I don't know. Free says maybe the feds are in your stream trying to catch illegal streamers. Legal, bro. Aaron Moore said players. Big D said I hate Washington more than Dallas. Sally said legally or illegally. I just need to watch the game. As I just got out of Weapon X God ass videos. Good ass videos. I actually was commenting on his stuff yesterday. Let's see. Jordan Davis said, I've come to kick ass Chuboga. What movie was that? I forgot what movie that was. Mekhi Becton. Yeah, I keep forgetting. I said Mekhi. I was Becton. I forgot what his name was. Big D says Slay and Brown look evenly matched. Yeah, I agree with that. They've been a lot of back and forth with each other throughout training camp. It's been pretty good. Not sweeping nobody. Chase has got to go by. Talk to my cousin. Be back soon. All right, bro. Have a good night, dude. Gigi says Bradberry's timing on batting down balls is insane. Yeah, and you know what? He's physical too. He's real physical with the receiver, man. It's another thing. Oh, Jordan Davis is always here, man. He's always in the chat. Philadelphia Eagles fan 6 said the practice was fun, especially that A.J. Brown catch. Scott Lynn says, go Birds. Matt says, low-key, I think Bradberry might be better than Slay, and I love Slay. Got a signed jersey from him. I wouldn't go too far. I wouldn't go too far that. It's because I don't know what – if say Slay wasn't here and we signed Bradberry as the number one, I don't know what it would look like. But I think not putting too much on his plate is definitely going to help as a number two than a number one. So I think that's definitely going to help. But we're going to go for another few minutes, guys, and then we're probably going to end it here. I was going to do an hour and a half today anyway. Tomorrow night, we're going to have a stream. We'll definitely be streaming tomorrow night and to talk more Eagles and obviously the first preseason game for the Eagles and getting ready to get this thing going. So I'm very excited for it. 183 in the chat. Thank you so much for coming in, supporting the videos and all that great stuff. If you guys haven't subscribe to the channel. Like the stream. It really does help the channel out a lot, guys. Really does. I don't know what's going on for the shakedown this week. I know we're going to have it Saturday, but I don't know if me and Philly are doing anything earlier than that to talk about anything else. I haven't got a text from him yet, so usually we have a game plan if we're doing anything for the preseason game. If we're not, it is what it is. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. So hope everyone has a fantastic night. Appreciate everybody coming in. And that's it. We'll be back tomorrow night with another stream right before the eve of this preseason game coming up. So very excited for that. All right, guys. You guys have a fantastic day, and we'll see you on the next one tomorrow. Shake Squad up, follow slide. Peace out, guys. Peace.